What's happening, people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Tottenham are through to round 16 of the Champions League, finishing inside that top eight. We've gone through. That's the most important thing. And we've also avoided playing 2 extra playoff games. So a win-win situation. It's massive for Tottenham. It's massive for Thomas Frank. And, of course, us Tottenham supporters, if you're new, please subscribe. Let's get straight into it then, because it was a dominant display by Tottenham. Really comfortable, really convincing, and so something to really be proud of. I'll just start off by saying, can we play Champions League football twice a week? Forget the Premier League. Can we just, instead of playing one European game, one Premier League game a week, let's just play 2 Champions League, because we're a different animal in Europe, which is great, of course. It's really important to represent yourself well in Europe. It's key, and it matters to a lot of fans. In the league, though, of course, a different matter is some of these players. I mean, one to highlight is Colin. You got the first goal. If he could get this many goals and play this well in the Champions League as he could the league, we'd be in a completely different situation. He'd be in a completely different situation. Yeah, his 3 goals all coming now in the Champions League, and all coming against his former clubs as well. So first goal nicely taken. It was a great move as well. Colin more the right place, right time, but don't underestimate his involvement in this goal. Shame that we had a goal chalked off in the early stages, really early stages as well, through Xavi Simons, a foul from a doggy, an unnecessary foul, for being honest with you. I need to see it back. It felt soft but unnecessary from a doggy. One of those you think, oh, come on, mate, why are you doing that? You don't necessarily agree with it being given, but you're thinking, why are you taking that risk anyway? But, I had the flu. I still do have the flu, so I'm glad that Spurs didn't make me more ill in the end. Actually made me feel a lot better, which is great. Which can't something, not something you'd be able to say about Tottenham quite a lot. Maybe not even the weekend, another home league game. So I'm looking forward to that. But no, it's really good. And in the Champions League, the only criticism has been that we haven't always travelled well. I mean, there's nothing new. Spurs in Europe, like I've said, the last couple of seasons been a better team, but mainly that is at home. Believe it or not, contrast to the league. So it's good to see us going to Frankfurt, getting a result like we did, last year, 1-0 win under Angel Arsenal, 2-0 this year under Thomas Frank. So really impressive and convincing. Half time it was 0-0, and I'm thinking, how have we not got goal to show for this performance? Tottenham, just about edged it in possession. The possession, and it doesn't really represent. But again, I don't believe in all stats, but XG and shots really represent what Tottenham are about. And I thought the likes of Xavi Simons was really good. Wilson Odobert, I thought was excellent. Really unlucky not to score. Hitting the woodwork. Frankfurt, we're looking for Tottenham mistakes, lapses in concentration, trying to exploit that on the counter attack. They did have a moment where they hit the crossbar. Frankfurt, because they hit the crossbar, Frankfurt could have been 1-0 up at half time. Would have been against the run of play, but that was possible. And Solanke coming off the bench, mistake by Frankfurt. They get tired and leggy. Boom, punished. So, both strikers scoring, which is good, not having to rely on the defenders. And, a lot of people look at this and go, yeah, but Frankfurt, they rested 7 of their first team players. They're already out of the Champions League. It meant nothing to them. They're struggling this season. All of those things are true, and you're right to say that. Absolutely. Don't let me tell you otherwise. But I would also say, look at the players that Tottenham had out. Porro and Van de Ven add to our list. It's good that Sarr could come back. Yes, good that Paulinho could come back. But I'd argue losing Van de Ven and Porro is an even bigger blow. So we had a lot to cope with, and we coped with it well in this game. So really proud of the boys. However you feel about Tottenham at the moment, right? Be the owners, Thomas Frank, Tottenham. I hope that we can all be positive in celebrating that we've gone through to the round of 16, avoided playing those other 2 games, because it just wouldn't have been good at all. And if we're going to get dragged into something nasty like a relegation battle, then this win is key for confidence, for morale, but also avoiding those 2 unnecessary qualifying games, playoff games, in fact. So very, very good. Draws go our way as well. Now we've gone through automatically. If we didn't win through the playoffs, it would have been a lot tougher. So no, really happy. 5-star performance for Tottenham. Scoreline reflected the game, in my view. Could have and should have maybe won by a little bit more even. But no, get involved in the comments below what you thought about the performance and who was your man of the match. I was impressed with everyone. Again, Vicario I thought was good. Gets a lot of criticism, so I'll give him his credit where necessary. Midfield, Paulinho I thought was good. Romero, the attack really good. Mentioned there, Odobert and Wani dangerous. So all good all round. So key win for Spurs through to the round 16. Happy days. I mean, we got to enjoy these moments this season because there haven't been too many good moments. Come on, you Spurs.